My name is Stephanie Renee Maysonave, and I'm a company member and casting director for Boxcar Theater. I'm directing Museum by Tina Howe. Well, Museum is a play written in the late 70s with a very large cast of characters. Our production is going to have 37 actors and characters in the play. It's set in a museum on the last day of a show. The show's called The Broken Silence, and it's 3 different artists who are modern art artists. And so it's just kind of the people that come in to see the show, whether they're first-time museum goers or friends of the artist, just kind of the collection of people that you see at a museum on any given day. It's going to be a challenge when it comes to scheduling 37 different actors, but I think it's going to be more fun and definitely an opportunity to meet some new people in the Bay Area theater scene and just have a really memorable theatrical experience, I think, for everybody involved, especially because we're going to be performing at actual museums. Well, we thought, with Boxcar's new season being reimagining things, I wanted to see how we could do museum in a different way. And, already not double casting, having 37 people is a pretty unusual way of attempting the script. It's usually double cast. But I wanted to see if we could explore doing it at different venues. Boxcar has a history of kind of stepping outside that box and performing in different venues anyway. So the idea of taking a play about a museum and staging it in an actual museum just really spoke to me, because I like to paint, and I'm not really an artist, but definitely have that. I like art a lot. And so I thought it'd be a great way to kind of have a cross-pollination of the two worlds and bring art aficionados to the theater and, theater goers to the museum. Site-specific shows, I think, are great because they challenge you as an actor not to rely so heavily on blocking, because things change and the venues can be completely different. So you have to kind of just really be centered in your character and know what the script calls for and know what what the scene is about. It encourages you to take risks and just kind of step outside that box, step outside the theater, and it's really great. I think the audience loves being in a site-specific piece because they don't have to try so hard to be, to suspend their disbelief. They're already in a living room. When we did The American Dream and set it in living rooms, I thought that was a great way. The audience is already there. They smell the room. There's the window. I'm looking out on the street. I hear traffic passing by. You don't have to do so much to create the environment. You just get to work with what you're given. Museum is one of my favorite plays. Tina Howe is one of my favorite playwrights. I think she has a great voice when it comes to comedy. It's comedy, but the characters don't quite know they're in a comedy, which I really like. And she has a great sense of irony. The fact that she is setting a play in an art museum and kind of poking fun at those people who take art so seriously, but at the same time, you know that she's got this real respect for art and the craft of it. So it's a nice kind of, she walks that line of poking fun at something that she really loves. And she's not afraid of poking fun at herself, I think. It's the sense that she doesn't take herself so seriously that I really like. And I think that, I've not heard of anybody setting it in museums or, and very rarely do you get a chance to have a cast of 37 people.
And it's not just like
Right, exactly. When it's not a musical, when it's a play, but I think it's entertaining. It's going to be great to see how it plays out in the venues, and I think that that opportunity to get out and go to a museum and see some theater, I think it's going to be remarkable. And we've got a great cast and some really great people involved, so it's going to be a good night out. Not a night out at the theater, but a night out at the museum.